Today we'll be continuing our adventure through Dark Souls. Unfortunately, it is that time. We're gonna have to take on Lost Izalith and, oh gosh. Lost Izalith itself and the Demon Ruins and the Centipede and all that. Like, literally everything up until Bed of Chaos, it really isn't that big of a deal. The only part that I'm dreading about any of this is Bed of Chaos. Like, literally everything else I don't care about. It's Bed of Chaos. That one boss, it's that bad. If a boss is bad enough to make you dread an entire 2 areas of a game, you know that that boss is bad. I have 3 humanities on me. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with those. I might kindle the first bonfire. I think I might try to wait though until we're at the one that's like right before Bed of Chaos. And again, I have 15 humanity on me, and after this area, we literally won't need any humanity for the rest of the game since the next area is gonna be New Londo Ruins, and I already have Firelink Shrines bonfire kindled up all the way. So I might say screw it and kindle this bonfire. Then again, it really isn't necessary because we have another bonfire coming up as soon as we defeat the next boss. So you know what, I'll just hold on to my humanity for now. Hopefully everything goes okay. This next boss is really easy. As long as I don't mess up, we'll be alright. This next boss, you know what, if you guys haven't played this game before, I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I'll just wait until the health bar appears because it is just... So basically there's a very specific strategy that you're going to want to do whenever it comes to fighting this boss. Never fight this boss head on. Like, you can fight this boss head on, but you're literally wasting your own time, your own sanity. It's not worth it. Basically, you run all the way to the end of the arena, and you're gonna find this corpse here with armor on it. You're gonna pillage it, and immediately, ceaseless discharge, the boss fight. I can't help but laugh every time that I see that name. Anyways, you're gonna sprint towards the direction that you came from, but you're not gonna go to the right. Like, you wanna go through this little, like, pathway here just so then you can be sure that you're gonna be safe. And then immediately, you're gonna take a left. Once you get to the end of that pathway, go down the stairs, and you're just trying to run all the way back to the fog wall, and then once you get back to the fog wall, that's it. You wait. So now we're here at the fog wall, and ceaseless discharge will begin following us, and it's really that simple. You just kind of wait here. And then he's gonna do this thing where he, like, jumps at you. I mean, it takes a while. It's kind of awkward, honestly. He just kind of stands around, and then boom, the animation starts. The lunge, you whack him a couple of times, and, I mean, you don't even have to whack him a couple of times. You can just whack him once, and he'll do it. But, I mean, I just kind of whack on him to lay on the damage, and, I mean, it'll happen at some point here. Yeah, there we go. Then he falls. I mean, I got his health bar way further down than I ever needed to. You really only need to hit him once, and then he'll fall, but... There it is, victory achieved. Literally, probably the easiest boss in the game, maybe easier than Pinwheel even. Once you defeat him, then all the lava will clear up from down below, which means, yes, he is a mandatory boss despite him being so easy. And at this point in the game, I have 30,000 souls, but it requires, I think I need, like, what, 40,000 souls to level up? So there's literally nothing for me to spend those souls on, so I guess I'll just save them for now. Next up, once you run down here, you're gonna see a bunch of Control-C, Control-V Taurus demons standing over there. You don't want to go over there because, I mean, if you want the souls and you want that, like, you can go for it, but there's literally no reason to go back there. I always come this way immediately over to the Capra Demons, and I want to see, are we able to one-tap the Capra Demons at this point in the game? I believe, yeah, we can literally one-tap the Capra Demons. I always find it hilarious when people complain about, like, some of the repeat enemies towards the end of the game, like the Taurus Demons down here and the Capra Demons, but, like, have you guys never played any other RPG, literally ever? That is the most classic RPG trope. It's supposed to show the player how far they've come. Dark Spirit Knight Kirk as oh, we have an invader. But anyway, yeah, that's like a classic trope, you know, just like, because earlier in the game, obviously, for some players, you know, Capra Demon can be a bit more of a challenging boss just because you have the dogs inside, then fighting Capra Demon itself. He's one of the more agile and aggressive enemies in the game, but then you come up to this point, and if you're, you know, if you've been using like a Black Knight Greatsword or any other Greatsword, you can literally one-zap him now. Alright, Kirk, let's do this thing. Hopefully he won't be too tough. Oh, wow. No, yeah, literally just melting him. Just one more hit ought to do it, and there we go. We just got another free easy batch of souls, and we got a spike shield out of it, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I never switch away from the Grass Crest shield just because, in my opinion, that's one of the best shields in the game, just because of the stamina regen that it gives you. Then you just kind of walk down the path, keep slashing away at the Capra Demons. It's honestly pretty easy work. You shouldn't have any issues with these guys at this point in the game, even if you don't have a great sword. Now that we've dealt with those lads, we're going to come over here and we're going to drop down. You want to make sure you're looking down to make sure that you're actually dropping down to the right spot. Usually, like, really, if you come up to, like, this broken pillar right here, like, this is how you know that you'll be safe. You just roll down. You shouldn't take too much damage. Grab the Soul of a Proud Knight, and then you got this little centipede thing in the wall, which is blocking the bonfire, which you can probably see right below it. Just 2 swings, brings it down, and then we can light the bonfire. Got a Soul of a Proud Knight over here. Got one of these breathy fire things. These guys aren't too bad. Again, they have so little an HP pool at this point in the game, especially because if you tackle this area like right after Anor Londo, you might struggle a little bit, but if you do what I did and you save it for either last or second to last, like you're gonna be breezing through this area aside from Bed of Chaos. And honestly, even when it comes to Bed of Chaos, I think normally in most playthroughs I fight her legit, but I might cheese her in this playthrough just for the convenience and sake of the video and, you know, not making the video an absolute chore to watch. Next up, we got Demon Fire Sage, which, hey, does this guy look familiar? Yeah, it's literally a Stray Demon reskin. So, you know I was just defending the Capra Demons and the Taurus Demons, but you know what, for this one, yeah, if you want to call this one lazy, I don't even blame you. Same thing as last time, just be careful, watch out anytime that he does like his butt slams, and yeah, I don't know, it's kind of just the same song and dance as before. Like I said, you really, basically, if you can beat the Stray Demon, you can most certainly beat the Demon Fire Sage. The jump lunging, especially with like an Ultra Greatsword, is great for this guy because he's slow, so you can just kind of take your time, line up your shots. He also does the big AoE just like the other guys, so anytime that he goes to like plant down a sword, make sure that you stand out of the way. But with that being said, just like another RB or 2 ought to do the trick. I'm kind of just taking the hits, like I really don't care because this guy is that easy, but there it is, Demon Fire Sage is down. He'll drop the Demon's Catalyst and a Humanity, and just like that, we are free to move on to the next boss. If you haven't noticed, this area is kind of like a boss rush in a way. We're gonna go ahead and kindle this bonfire. We're probably gonna kindle it up to plus 15 just because in this area, we're gonna have to run through like a lot of lava. This boss will end up dropping a ring that makes it like, so we take less damage from lava, but until we get that ring, like, yeah, this area hurts a bit. If you've been doing Solaris Quest up to this point, you can also summon him in before this fight. Anyways, here it is, the Centipede Demon. This guy is really easy. Again, just, yeah, watch out for that lava, because we were literally only in it for like a couple of seconds, and it took off a great chunk of my health bar, so over here, you're gonna want to go ahead and run, jump, roll into safety, and then from there, you'll be fine. There's a green Titanite chunk sitting over here, or a green Titanite shard, sorry, waiting for you over here. And then basically you're just going to want to wait for the Centipede Demon. I would recommend using your shield for this first bit of the fight, just because he does have some long-range attacks that he'll try to do that can be a little hard to dodge before he's actually, like, in the safe zone for you to attack. Once he's inside of the zone, I mean, like, you can put your shield down, but I'd probably recommend leaving it up for this fight. That's entirely up to you, though. I'm probably going to end up, like, two-handing my sword just so we can take him out a bit faster. Anyways, once he's in this safe zone, just like a lot of other big bosses in Souls games, you're just going to want to, you know, kind of, like, get under him, start slashing at his legs. This is, again, just another really trivial boss. There's a lot of really easy bosses in the latter half of this game. This is another one of those situations where honestly your best bet is like screw learning his moves. There's really nothing to learn here. Just tank his hits, and before you know it, he'll be dead just like that. Victory achieved. We'll also then get the orange charred ring, which unfortunately means we have to take off Havel's ring. Granted, we'll be taking like next to no damage from lava, which is really nice, but we'll also be, you know, kind of like fat rolling. Well, we're not actually fat rolling, we're just medium rolling, but still, once the boss is complete, you'll want to come over to like this little doorway over here, or this little like hole in the wall. Right here at this bonfire, yeah, you can kindle this one, but it's definitely not necessary because we're actually going to be going to the hidden bonfire, which is closer to the Bed of Chaos boss fight, like in 2 seconds. For all intents and purposes, I would probably recommend saving this area for either last or second to last, just so then when you run through here, you don't take, like, you don't have to worry about your health as much, because obviously at that point in the game, your health will be pretty high. But anyways, here we are in Lost Izalith, and as you can see, there's a bunch of Control-C, Control-V dragon butts all over the place. If this isn't like the prime example of why rush developments are terrible for gaming, I mean, like, then I don't know what is, because this is literally, like, the most amateur, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's terrible. I don't know if this is just lazy, or, because, like, even when, like, rush development, you know, because, like, you know, if you're rushed to this extent, you might as well just start cutting areas, right? Because, like, this is just so blatantly lazy that it's so immersion breaking. But anyways, you're gonna see like that, once you see like that little, like, I don't even know what that is, but that thing over there, that's how you know you're close. You're gonna want to go ahead and run up, run up here, roll into this wall, and then boom, hidden bonfire. The fact that they made this bonfire hidden is literally just like the biggest slap in the face to like every player around the world. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, pop that humanity so we can kindle this up to a plus 15. Now the real fun begins. We get to run all the way to the Bed of Chaos. Hopefully we won't have to run there too many times, but it really all depends on the RNG and your luck. Honestly, I don't know. Like, fighting it legit, I'm going to have to run back so many times, and this video is going to get dragged out. I think I'm gonna cheese it. But even then, if I do cheese it, I mean, there's like so many chances for this to go wrong. My biggest advice for Bed of Chaos is right, left, center. The right and the left sides aren't too bad, and there is like other cheeses too that you can do with like fire bombs and arrows and stuff like that. I don't get that egregious with it. Like, I believe in my skills at least enough to not have to rely on that, but there's nothing wrong with it. This is one of those Souls bosses where it's like, any means necessary. Whether you cheese it, whether you beat it legit, it really doesn't matter. Normally, I beat it legit just because, you know, I like being able to say, hey, despite the fact that this boss is absolute BS, I overcame it and I still beat it legit, but for the sake of this playthrough and just for keeping things entertaining, I think I'm gonna cheese it because, like, it's one of those bosses where, like, it's not even funny when people start dying to it because it's actually annoying to watch other people die to it just because, you can feel how BS it is. Like I said, right, left, center. You want to run to the right first because normally there's not going to be much happening over here. You can run right past it, and then, well, you know, sometimes you can run right past everything, and then you're just going to want to go ahead, kind of run inside of here, start rolling and everything. I'm going to go ahead and nest this up while we're inside of here, and then boom, you just slash at the heart, if it'll let me, and there we go, there's the first phase down, and then immediately you're going to want to go ahead and leave the game. After that, you immediately load back into the game, at which point we are going to go for the left side, and we're basically just going to be repeating this over and over, because even when you leave the game, it saves your progress. So boom, here we are back in the fight. She's also going to have more, like, abilities that she has now, like all the fire stuff, and even more sweeping attacks, and she's going to be, like, breaking the floor. So my biggest piece of advice would be to hug this wall as tight as you can as you run for the left side. Just hug the wall as tight as you can. Oh no, I messed up. Okay, so this part gets a little tricky. Let me see if I can maneuver around all this. Okay, it seems I cannot maneuver around it, so we're gonna have to go ahead and try to kind of take it head on here. Oh my god, yeah, she is literally breaking like the entirety of the floor right now. And I fell through. See, this is why this boss is terrible, man. Let's try this again. So again, we're gonna try to run to the left side. I'm gonna grab my souls before we do literally anything else. Yeah, this part can kind of be tricky to say the very least. You gotta try to, like, time it with her sweeps and all that, but her sweeps are such a pain that it's just like it's really hard to guess. Okay, so she just finished the sweep, so I'm gonna assume that it's safe. 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 I'm gonna block, and I'm gonna, okay, you know what? I'm still safe, so I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Please, God, please, God, please tell me you're with me today. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're gonna run around this way. We're still safe, we're fine. Okay, we made it. The rate at which my heart is pounding isn't even funny. So there we go, there's that, and now we're gonna quit out of the game, and now we have to run for the center. But as you run for the center, make sure that you run, like, kind of at a diagonal, not exactly a diagonal, but you'll see what I mean. Like, you want to kind of run at, like, an angle slightly. This part might take an attempt or two because this can be really tricky, but, like, as soon as you drop, just try to go for it immediately if you can. Just, like, put the shield up, just run and pray, kind of off to the right, just like this, and there you go, we did it. I'm pretty sure we're fine. I'm pretty sure we're fine. As soon as we roll through the branches, we are safe. There we go, Bed of Chaos. We did it. This fight, like, this boss, it's an absolute nightmare, but that doesn't matter because now it is over. We defeated Bed of Chaos. Let's go. Go ahead, do a little bow because that's just, oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna cry. This boss is just, you know what, it's okay. We're just, before anything else bad can happen, we're gonna light the bonfire, we're gonna sit down, we're gonna warp, we're going back to Firelink Shrine, baby. We're safe. Next time, we're taking on New Londo Ruins, and then we're at the end of the game. I'm literally crying. That boss is pure pain, and I don't understand how such a bad boss made it into the game, and it's just, oh my god. Oh, it feels so good to be back. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and the bigger shout out, thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Melon asking, and Big Daddy Manny, and the biggest shout out, thank you to all of you in the G's here, Run and Bench, download Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.